let me tell you something very beautiful in this video. Very beautiful. Once you realize this, once you learn this, I want to say that you're going to be getting a big, big miracle in your life. Why specifically you'll be getting a big miracle in your life? The moment that someone keeps asking me, can you please do a video on quantum leaping? The moment that you shift your awareness from something to another thing, that's when your entire reality changes. And that's what quantum leaping is. But that's not the topic of today's video. The true topic of today's video is that when you really learn how to properly make dua, that's when you experience the miracle. What's my proof? I'll give you my proof in this beautiful, beautiful video. So this video is unscripted. There's no script behind this. I'll just be telling you what I believe in the stuff that I have in my brain already. First of all, look at this. Look at this is the room. This is the room that I usually make my videos from in my own house. But anyway, Allah says in the Quran, right? And this is so beautiful. Allah says, "Id'uni, astajib lakum." Allah says, فَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا لِي وَلْيُؤْمِنُوا بِي. I believe that's the ending of the surah. I might have gotten it wrong. Or the ayah. What that means in English is Allah says, you know what, let me just put you down here so I can actually sit and relax. Because this is supposed to be a relaxed video. Allah says, call upon me, and then as a result, I will respond to you. Then Allah says, talks to the Prophet, tells the Prophet, if they ask you about me, I'm near. I'll respond to the call of the caller when they call me, so let them respond to me and believe in me. That right there, that ayah has the secret to getting your dua accepted. Most of the time, the way that people make dua is they're like, Allah, please, give me this. Please, please, please. Allah, please do this for me. That doesn't work. The reason why it doesn't work, the Quran addresses your nafs. The Quran addresses the ruh. The Quran addresses your inner self, not the outer self, the inner self. So you could be asking for years, Allah, please give me this. It'll never happen. Trust me, it'll never happen. It'll just never happen. The moment that you have a change internally, that's when it happens. Why? Let's just say I want money. I'm going to go ask Allah, Allah, please give me $1 million. Please, Allah, give me $1 million. And even if I'm working hard to get that money, it'll still won't happen. Why? Because what I'm doing in that state, every single time I'm asking, Allah, please give me money, what I'm affirming inside of me, what I'm saying truly inside of me, and I know this because I used to do this, what I'm saying inside of me, Allah, I don't have money, give me money. The thing that I'm making true dua for, because this dua is in the inner, Allah says, ادعوا ربكم تضرعا وخفية, inside you, خفية, inside your heart. What I'm truly making dua for is the lack of money. And as a result, what happens? Allah is still giving me that. Allah is still giving me the lack of money. Allah is actually responding to my dua. Not the dua that I'm making with my tongue, but the dua that I'm making with my heart. That's why Allah says, Inni qareeb. Tell them that I'm near. I'm already here. Now, like, you can't see Allah in the outside world, but the heart is the one that can feel Allah. So if you keep saying, I don't have it in your heart, and you are saying that when you keep making dua, Allah, please give me that, you're still getting that. You're getting your lack. So Allah's still responding to you, which is so beautiful. When you ask for specifically money, what you really want is abundance. That's what you want. Even if right now you're going to be telling me, no, but I want money so I can support my family and support maybe my parents and all that stuff. What you really want is safety. What you really want is independency. Don't need anything else. That's what you really want. It's not the money. The money is just a means to get the feeling. When you have that, so that feeling can come to you at anyhow, any way. When you reach that feeling, however, that's when you get that thing that you want anyway. Do you understand what I mean? When you get that feeling, which is the feeling of abundance, that's when you get that thing anyway. That's why Allah says, لا يغير الله ما بقوم حتى يغيروا ما بأنفسهم. لا يغير الله القوم. I forgot the actual Word for word. Allah will not change the state of a nation until they change what's within themselves, which is your nafs. Now let's tie everything together. Your nafs. That's the big thing. That's the thing that you're making dua with. What is the nafs? Thoughts, feelings, emotions, beliefs, paradigms, those things. The things that are inside you. So now if you make dua and then you're like, you believe that you're not the type of person that can get such a thing, that's your nafs, literally going against what you're saying. Sorry, I just burped. So you got to fix your inner self. How do you fix your inner self? The fastest way to fix your inner self is to make dua to Allah, and that's it. What that means, forget the thing that you want. Just forget it for a bit. Forget it. Go to Allah directly. How do you go to Allah? Allah already tells you, فَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي, if my servant asks you about me, that's you saying, how do I go to Allah? فَإِنِّي قَرِيب. Understand that I'm near. That's the very first thing that you need to be doing. To understand that Allah is already near. He's not far. He's near. Stop externalizing God. Stop saying Allah is always sitting on His throne looking down upon us. Even that is not even true, by the way. Because Allah says, فَاسْتَوَى عَلَى الْعَرْشِ. Allah didn't say فَاسْتَوَى عَلَى الْكُرْسِي. Al-Arsh is different from kursi, by the way. Very different. And people keep translating the word arsh to throne. Kursi is a throne. Arsh is not a throne. Arsh is completely different. Understand, Allah is near. Near. That's the very first step that you need to be having in yourself. To understand that Allah is near. Once you understand that Allah is near, keep dwelling in that feeling that Allah is here. Keep dwelling in that feeling. Then call upon Allah. How do you call upon Allah? Once you understand that He is near and you connect yourself to Him, that's you calling upon Allah. You call with your attention. Your attention. That's why I say most of the time, you're always calling upon the lack. Because you keep placing your attention on the fact that I don't have this, so please give me this. Forget that. Stop saying I don't have this, so please give me this. Call upon Allah Himself. How? Once again, I know you keep saying how. He's near. Habibi, He's near. If I tell you go and look at the light of the sun, how do you do it? Take off your glasses. So if I tell you to connect with Allah that's always near, how do you do it? Take off your feelings. Take off your shoes. Take off your slippers. When Musa talked to Allah, what did Allah tell him? First thing, إِخْلَعْ نَعْلَيْكَ. Take off your shoes. What does that mean? It's symbolism. What does that mean? Take off the things that you've been walking upon the entire time. Remove your thoughts. Remove your beliefs. Remove your beliefs. Remove everything inside you. Be empty. Empty. That's what you need to be doing. Be empty, because when you're empty, the light of Allah is naturally going to flow within you. When you're empty, when you're not dense, anymore. Allah says, the servants of Allah are the ones that believe in the unseen. الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ. The ones that believe in the unseen. Right now, when you tell me, I don't have that thing, and I want that thing, understand, first of all, anything that you want is already in the unseen. It's already there. And there's a reason why Allah placed that desire in your heart. The fact that Allah placed that desire in your heart shows that that thing already exists. The fact that Allah makes you hungry shows that food exists. The fact that Allah makes you thirsty shows that water exists. The fact that Allah placed that desire in your heart shows that that desire exists somewhere in the world, in the unseen. Allah wants you to believe in the unseen. However, you need to disbelieve in the circumstance around you right now. That's one thing that you got to be doing so that your dua comes very fast to you. Disbelieve in the circumstance that you're in right now. What's the proof? Allah says, "Ikfur bit-taghut." Disbelieve in taghut. Taghut is anything that you place your attachment to other than Allah. So if you think, without this, I'm nothing. If I don't get this, I'm nothing. That's the taghut. Because you've placed your value on this. And your value is not within this. So disbelieve in all these things. Disbelieve in the fact that $1 million is too much. Remove that belief from yourself. $1 million is not too much. Don't put it on a pedestal. Remove everything from a pedestal. Everything. Just get rid of everything. The other proof is that when Musa alayhi salam, he was in between the water and Fir'aun about to kill him, what does he say? كَلَّا إِنَّ مَعِيَ رَبِّي سَيَهْدِينَ. Don't worry. When the people were telling him we're doomed, he says, no, Allah is with me, He's going to guide me. What did he do in that state? He disbelieved in the circumstance. Yes, the circumstance looks like I'm about to die, but no, Allah is going to guide me. So he believes in the unseen. And belief in the unseen is a feeling. It's a feeling. Dwell in that feeling. Remain in that feeling. Persist in that feeling. So even if someone will come to you and they'll be like, bro, you haven't even made your first dollar and you're wanting $1 million, that'll never happen. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Everything that started in the world started as, first of all, imagination, and it started with the person that brought it with no evidence of that thing even being possible. You look at anything in front of me right now, back in the day, no one thought any of these things that are created are possible. No one. But the one that made these things believed that it's possible. And as a result, Allah brought it to them from the unseen to the seen. Hasn't Allah done that like so many times right now? A bunch of times? To bring something from the unseen to the seen? Are you understanding what I'm saying? Believe in the unseen. Dwell in that feeling of belief until it becomes certainty. حَتَّى يَأْتِيَكَ الْيَقِينَ. Until you reach the state of certainty. Let's make this practical. You want money. You want money. You don't have money right now, so you want money. Forget about the fact that you don't have money, actually. That's what you want? Forget about the fact. Allah already knows that you want $1 million. Ask it once, that's it. Now connect yourself to Allah. Specifically, Al-Mughni, Al-Ghani, Al-Razzaq. Connect yourself to that. Have all your attention on that. And if you really want proof that Allah is Al-Ghani, Allah is Al-Razzaq, go out in nature. Go out in nature and just look at how everything always gets what it needs. Always. Nothing ever is broken. Ever. The sun, never been broken. Trees renewing, never been broken. Trees giving oxygen, never been broken. Look at the abundance in the world. Who's moving them? Ar-Razzaq. Allah is moving them. Connect yourself to Allah. How do you connect yourself? By understanding that Allah is near. Right here. Closer to you than your own jugular vein. So place your attention here. Place your attention here and call upon Allah. Now you're not calling upon the lack. The lack you don't even care about. I don't even care, bro. I have no money. I don't even care about this anymore. That's not even what I want. Allah is what you want. The divine is what you want. And now once you're connected to the divine, what more do you need? You don't really need anything. You really don't need anything else anymore. And you'll know it when you feel it. That I'm already full. There's nothing else that I need. Now once you're connected with the divine has more intelligence than you. The divine has more capabilities than you. The divine himself, itself, Allah, will bring you the thing that you need the most in that state. In that present moment. Allah will bring it to you. And Allah will fulfill you. And Allah will be enough for you. Isn't Allah, أَلَيْسَ اللَّهُ بِكَافٍ عَبْدًا? Is Allah not enough for His servants? Is He not enough? Believe in Allah and trust Allah. I know you want that thing, but you've been tricked by shaitan that without that thing, you're doomed. I'm telling you right now, forget that thing for a bit, Connect yourself to the divine. Once you're connected to the divine, if that thing was the best for you, it'll come to you. But don't even have that thought in your mind. Don't even have, oh, if it's best for me, don't even go and connect to Allah because you're like, you know what, He's telling me that this is the best thing to do, so I'll just go and do it because it's going to give me that thing. Then you're still calling upon Taghut if you're doing that. I'm saying, let it go from your heart. You don't need anything. Let it go from your heart. Just connect yourself with Allah. That thing will come to you anyway. It'll come to you anyway. When you're full, everything you want will come to you. That's why they say, needing nothing by being full attracts everything. How do you get into a state of needing nothing? Call upon Allah. That's it. Because Allah is the infinite being. Has it been making sense to you? When you call upon Allah and your nafs reaches an-nafs al-mutma'inna, the tranquil self, the self that is just relaxed, like I don't really need anything, that's when you'll be getting everything. That's when Allah says, Ya ayyatuha an-nafs al-mutma'inna, irji'i ila rabbiki radiyatan mardiyya. And then enter my Jannah. So now if you have Jannah, and that's not just an ayah for the end of the world and that's it. Allah's saying those words as if like it's happening right now. As if anytime you reach an-nafs al-mutma'inna, you get that same promise that Allah gave you in that ayah right now. So Allah will be giving you that thing. And if you have Jannah, you're good. You're good. How do you get Jannah? By creating Jannah in your heart. How? By calling upon Allah. The problem, however, is that we're always calling upon the things. And it's disguised as, no, I'm just calling upon Allah. You're not. You're not. If you're truly calling upon Allah, you should be feeling full. You should be feeling like I don't need anything else. I'm good. And as a result, you'll be getting that anyway. You get that anyway. Is this making sense? Because to me, this makes a lot of sense. Again, so if I wanted money, forget money, bro. Connect to Allah. Connect to Allah. Once you're connected with Allah, now you still go and do sa'i. Sa'i, one foot in front of the other. I'm still going to go and do things. I'm literally moving molecules. I'm doing things. But I'm not doing it with the need of, I need that thing to happen, otherwise I'm done. I'm doing things with the mindset that I already have everything. Let me go and do things. Why? Naturally, my previous video, you're going to be in a state of tasbih, in a state of flow. So I'm moving like I already have everything, and I'm just giving. And because I'm constantly giving, I'm getting back way more. Does it make sense? Because this connects to my previous video. Hoping this makes sense. If it's not making sense, let me know. So, some of you guys are going to be asking me, but do I have to keep asking again? Like, do I have to ask again and again and again? No, you don't. You persist in the feeling, however. So, you get back in every present moment in that feeling of being fulfilled again and again and again. You always have to remain in that feeling. And you always have to be vigilant over what's happening in your mind. Where is your attention being taken to? Is your attention being taken to lack? And if it's taken to lack, understand that's what you're calling upon in that present moment. Get it back. Get it back to Allah. How do you get back to Allah? Allah is near. Once again, Allah is near. Allah is near and Allah is here. And that's what it means to persist in the feeling. So no, you don't always have to keep asking, Allah, but I still haven't received my $1 million. If you haven't received it, then you haven't been connected to the divine. When you're connected to the divine, Habibi, when you're connected to the divine, nothing else looks good anymore. Everything looks like it's nothing because you're already connected to the highest thing. And you'll know it when you're feeling so full that you don't really need anything. And because you don't need anything, that's when you get everything. Anyway, so I'm hoping, I'm repeating myself a lot, but it's important to repeat. And that's when you see these miracles coming into your life. Yes. That's when you'll start seeing these miracles coming into your life like they're nothing. As if like miracles become normal. Because in reality they are normal. It's just the entire time you've been living like this limited being when all you had to do was just reconnect yourself back to Allah. If this was helpful though, Habibi, let me know.